I'd been through a horrific ordeal 24 hours before I left for Australia, and I've had a terrible backlash from, you know, the media and the general public, but it's not their fault because they don't know what happened to me. And I've wanted to go into jungle for 3.5 years, you know, ever since I was lucky enough to come into TV. That was the one job that I wanted my whole life, and what happened to me was horrific, but I just thought, Gem, you've got to do this. You have to do this, not only for yourself, but for everyone that has supported you throughout your years on TOWIE. This is like an amazing job for you.
Do you felt you couldn't let people down by not going?
Yeah, I didn't want to let anyone down.
But you see the dilemma that's happened. We're all looking for that sort of mischievous entertainment. We're all looking for someone to laugh at and poke fun at and whatever. And you come along and people love to do that. Did you tell the TV company, look, I'm at a really bad place, things are bad in my life? Were they aware, as much as they should have been, as how bad it was, Gemma?
In hindsight, I never should have got on the plane to go.
Yeah.
I never should have. And when I got there, you know, it's not the TV company's fault. I was trying to be upbeat Gemma. I can't wait to go in the jungle. I'm going to win this jungle. I'm going to eat eyeballs. And they knew that something had gone on, but I probably covered it up a lot more because I didn't want to let them down. They'd given me such a massive opportunity.
Yeah, but then when you do decide and you realise you're weak and you're frail and this is... And it was awful, the ordeals, even though it was 72 hours. Can you then say, look, guys, I've had enough, and they respond quickly? How long does it actually take you to negotiate your way through saying, I want to get out and getting out?
I was actually in there 6 days. I left on the 6th day. You only saw 2 days of that on TV. 4 days in, I'd hit rock bottom, and I went into the Telegraph and I said, can I have a private chat? I'm really struggling. I'm bringing everyone down in this camp. I am not Gemma. I am, you know, breaking down here. I've come in here a broken woman. I thought I'd be able to cope with this. I thought I could be fun and upbeat. That's why you saw me up and down all the time.
That's the thing that really concerned me, Gemma, because it was so, you know, one minute you were crying and I'm going to kill myself and this is awful, and then you'd come out of the bush, chuck a Telegraph and go, right, who wants to play leapfrog?
Yeah.
And it was not you, it was so
It wasn't me, it was odd. When I said I wanted to kill myself, I didn't really mean that. That was me being dramatic, like, oh, no, this is terrible, I'm going to kill myself. But I'd go in for a private chat with the producers and they'd be like, come on, Gem, you can do this. You're so good, keep it up. And then part of me was like, yeah, Gem, you can do this. But my emotion, and I was just in so much, like, trauma. I was in a shock trauma as well. All the shock, it was like delayed shock when I got in there. They was ever so good with me. Then I was moved into the other camp. And even when I was moved into the other camp, I just couldn't hold it together, and I just looked around the camp and thought, everyone in this camp is so lovely. They do not need me bringing them down. I went on this show so people could see other sides to me. They only see the girl that's on TOWIE, but the girl you was going to see for the next 3 weeks was a total wreck.
Okay.
Of course, always let's start with fashion.
You have elegant, classic, you have all kinds of...
Wow, and it's all this collection here, is it?
It's this, it's for example...
Beautiful
this
line
kind of
work.
items.
Gorgeous.
Anyone
Wow, it looks
can,
as if it's going to be quite expensive.